A huge loss in confidence. But we open up on Nuke. We open up with NAVI starting on the CT side.
Sending out some bullets.
We'll see how this matchup gets underway. Best of 3 to kick off the EWC.
Maybe had a bit of a slow start of the game.
He breaks open that vent and plays close in towards Squeaky Door.
Behind the rest of the team.
He's going to have a lot of presence coming towards him. Serrano newly resigned and will resign the life of Alexi B. Imma falling down. Cello stepping out with it. JL missing shots in the rafters. Still alive and eventually getting taken out by Skulls. Bit now left alone. It's a 1v4 total for Bit. He has got one already locked in, but couldn't stop Serrano once he got those Julies in his hand. So a good start here for FURIA. Very hot out top side.
Yeah, great bust for the door and a good entry provided by Serrano to allow them to get in, and then obviously you have all that space being taken, wide swings everywhere, and it's really tough for the CTs to put a stop to that. So a really good start. 1-0, the all-important pistol on the CT side on Nuke is going to have to struggle to get some economy under their feet, and it looks like they're going to stand pat with the USPs. Bits upgraded to a Deagle, 1 kill for him, so he's going to spend some of that cash.
Both pistols going in their favor,
Let's see what they've got in round 2, but really this is NAVI looking forward to the first gun.
Yeah,
that's come through.
Definitely an interesting time for both these teams, but it was a couple of minutes ago, let's say maybe half an hour ago, Jacob was saying on the desk of one of his hot takes that, you know, no one's that safe in this NAVI squad, perhaps apart from Alexi B at the moment. Like, everybody has to kind of play for their spot throughout this season.
Do you agree with that? No, I think JL and Wonderful are pretty darn safe.
Yeah, I'd say so as well.
I think those guys are standing pretty pat. Yeah, other than that, certainly maybe some questions coming in between the remaining players from there.
But as you mentioned, so is Apex.
Decent amount of damage done by some of these weaker weapons of NAVI. Now JL not favored to win that fight against Fallen.
Sure, but you'll take that damage. You'll tank it as you cross those smokes, knowing you have such a superiority of firepower. It's been an interesting start to the Esports World Cup.
Goes down and try and beat the smoke
opening games that we had. We've
had a lot of games.
G2 really close affair against Mongols. Obviously, that was fun watching the new look G2 with Snacks kind of at the helm in place of Rooksy. FaZe had a little bit of a tough time against FlyQuest on map 1.
Very difficult to
really get the job done at OT.
And then obviously Mousashi was its own little scary 3-mapper that we had.
Imma just run out of ammo, realized, oh, no bullets left, jumps to his death, now Bits, big dig.
Is it really
do anything with it?
I agree, it's not.
So the smoke, nice shot from Bit. Ooh, plant is down and confirmed, but Bit is swift to move into the back of the bomb site and then taken out by Yuri. So 2-0 start here for FURIA. Decent amount of damage for NAVI. And now they get in a position where they can start to purchase weapons of their own. So that full buy will be coming up.
Yeah, full buy coming in. Wonderful's not going to have money for the AWP quite yet. That'll come a little bit later. JL's going to be down to that MP9. And obviously, if you go back to some of the big nuke games that we've seen out of NAVI and going back to the major, JL, a very solid anchor in that upper bomb site. Likes to stand pat, doesn't rotate too fast, and does a good job managing some of the pressure that comes in that upper bomb site. And we'll see what FURIA decides to attack. 3 Galils, 2 AK-47s.
Probably weren't expecting to play.
And Bid's going to play behind the smoke and ramp, and that makes it so easy as they try and walk through. Beautiful double kill. Can't find Fallen, but damage is done. Information is passed over.
Wonderful can't really stick around and go for that fight either. Molly back, he has to go towards Heaven instead. So some ramp room space to play with now for FURIA, in particular Skulls.
Like, went for that retake, I would say there's probably no chance. The fact they realize we still have a decent game here.
So much time left in this round for FURIA still.
That's towards Spinks.
Yeah, plenty of it. But they're looking for a reaction, being a man down. And they're not getting it at the moment. They don't even really have a whole lot of utility, considering like how simple that kind of tactic felt of like coming through that smoke towards ramp room. They've used a lot of nades elsewhere to try and put a little bit of trickery into the round, and they're running low on it now. And this pause on the other side has given time for NAVI to rotate a player down lower. Imma's going to be down there chilling. He's got smoke flash, waiting patiently. 50 seconds left for FURIA to figure out how they want to close this round.
Get a kill and return, get back into it. They're certainly going to try and go for a little bit of
Yuri creeping in towards hell. That's within 45 seconds.
That shift from Wonderful might be a huge mistake.
They've made some space now off the back of that, and that does allow FURIA back into this. But Wonderful starting to realize that possibility coming back. And that looked like the perfect time, but he gets taken out by Skulls. And FURIA with 30 seconds left, now even these numbers out at 3. But they're thinking about that lower bomb site. And if they come here, they've got to deal with Imma. Romanian. He's waiting to strike, realizes he has to drop down into that lower bomb site. 19 seconds. The darkness, they still have to try and check him. They've got an idea, and they deal with him. 13 seconds left now for FURIA. Bomb plant coming through in that smoke, but JL with a headshot might have just sealed the deal here for NAVI. Yuri sticking to that plant again, has enough time, but JL does it again. It's Skulls left with no time left, and now he needs to stay alive. He can't go down after the time, otherwise $1,000 in the bank. And JL does so much in that round. But Na'Vi.
Yeah, tons of bonus money. Really fortunate with that spam through the smoke because Ema couldn't slow them down, couldn't put a stop to it. Good find from Skulls. But altogether, not a bad round from FURIA, despite the fact that they end up losing it. 4 kills, they get into that lower bomb site. They found a way to pressure them at a 3v4 as well. That's not bad, all things considered. So Navi's not out of it just yet.
Everyone with helmets on the CT side, so we'll see what he can make of it. For now, those Sin
it is going to be a problem, especially when he gets that little headshot.
Yeah, that little one-tap dink is like, oh, okay, I know who you are now. This is cool.
Not going to get the double. Lovely shot from him.
Great work from JL. Unpredictable positioning.
But look at the buy that's going to have to come in from Na'Vi. Even with all that bonus money built up from JL, he's going to stick on the SMG, letting his teammates get some of the rifles. But, I mean, you got 2 of the SMGs, 2 of the MP9, 2 FAMAS as well. Nades being picked up where possible. Still a pretty sketchy buy from Na'Vi, so FURIA have a chance to respond, but they too really busted in terms of cash.
They're struggling. Thanks to JL's last second kill as well.
A little bit wide there, late spot.
And if you're Na'Vi, you have
to... It gets even worse for them. Smokes outside of the map.
Yeah, you hate to see that. I was gonna say, if you're Na'Vi and you know the economy's low, you're probably saying like, hey guys, watch for an upper bust, watch for an explosion, maybe a few Tech 9s on the board, look for that aggressive play.
Look at this, aggressive play indeed from Alexi B inside of that smoke. Yuri's predicting this kind of movement though. He's got a read on it. Oh, barrel comes through, Alexi B will fall. JL holds the site for just 1. Turned out quite effectively. Awkward fight close to where the Kesserado wins it. And FURIA now into a 3 versus 1. It's Bit who's made sound now coming up heaven. Doesn't feel comfortable going back into the bomb site via that avenue, and he'll start to slip away. So that's FURIA, upper bust, and a 3-1 scoreline now for them.
A little bit delayed on the bus, right? They hit a timing with it, but you have to say good utility. Door player was completely blinded with no chance at getting anything done. That Alexi B engagement through the smoke is maybe just a little bit unfortunate in terms of where Yuri's positioned, stopping him from coming all the way through.
Considering that round started with a couple of pistols in the mix among the rifles, and the fact that they threw a smoke outside of the map, all in all, that's a very comfortable round win for FURIA.
Not bad at all. I know one of the conversations the desk was having is you know, about the leadership of Fallen and you know how much freedom is going to be given over to players. And I know when I worked with him in Liquid, his kind of philosophy of how he liked the in-game lead was basically giving everyone all the freedom they want. You know, he had the broad strokes. He wanted to have like
more
the timing.
Suggestions than
calls. He's more like we need to take control of, like, if you go to like Dust 2, like we need to take control of Catwalk, but he doesn't care how it's done. But it's up to the players entirely. They have that freedom. Do you want to go for a contact play? What's your read in the area of the map that I want you to take? And you get your kind of freedom to do that how you'd like.
Feels like that would require a lot of trust though, right? And with a new roster, maybe that'll take some time to build up that trust as time goes on.
New roster, but he's been playing with them for quite some time. And obviously at this point, if he hasn't built trust in Kesserado, Yuri, and Cello, then there's other issues at play here.
True. I'm sure Skulls is going to be happy speaking Portuguese again after his short stint in Liquid.
I mean, as more information has just seemingly come out and more kind of conversation around that kind of Liquid lineup, I think more than anything, Skulls is probably just happy to be out of such an environment, right? It's not even the Portuguese, although certainly that helps. It's just like within a team that isn't as dysfunctional as the Liquid roster was.
Yeah, well, Bit has just been spotted thanks to the shadows, so they're very aware of his close position here. They're going to try and clear it, but dealing with Bit is another problem altogether. Bit on the double, and now he has JL to act as a distraction as Bit cleans up 3 with a FAMAS. That is the only weapon worth talking about for Na'Vi, and finally it is stopped by Kesserado, but there's 55 seconds left in this round. Na'Vi unfortunately only have 3 USPs left, but we've seen stranger things happen. And wonderful position is so strong, they just walk right into it.
Yeah, there's no way to clear that. These USPs, weaker weapons, but they've got all the time in the world to slide into awkward spots. And now an M4 picked up. Kesserado in a 1v3, and he's going to miss the timing on Wonderful's change of position.
He's got the bomb on his back, but he's only got 30 seconds left in this round. He's worried that Wonderful could still be positioned towards the back of the garage, but he is repositioned intelligently so.
They've deployed them now.
Kesserado with 19 seconds remaining on that clock.
We'll see what they've got
coming towards this upper bomb site.
You're going to have to take risks. You're just going to have to make an educated guess. He probably thinks that somebody's pushed in towards lobby, might choose to plant backside, which would obviously make things really easy for Wonderful. And there's the peek, there's the kill, and Navi stay on the board with the second round.
It's going to be very frustrating for FURIA to lose that round. You're up against USPs and a FAMAS. It's well played from Navi on the lower bomb side though. Good teamwork here.
take it away.
Really good teamwork, and obviously a very important first kill from Bit. You know, he gets that kill on Cello, and that's where JL can actually get involved in the action.
Every time you get a lineup of games like we have here
for timeout.
EWC,
Yeah, that's rattled them.
and you think, oh, it's all the best teams are going to be winning.
It's probably maybe rattled them a little bit, but more than anything, I think it's about how you want to play this round with the money. It's very spread across multiple players. I think there's like 2 rifles that can be afforded. Someone's got 4,000. Let me check really quick. Yeah, Fury sitting at 4,000. K-Serrato at 4,800. There's your AK-47s if you want to buy here. 28 and 2,500 on 2 more skulls down at 1,400. So your buy is going to be a little bit all over the place. And it's kind of like, okay, what resources can we actually pick up? What tools are we going to have to use in terms of weaponry, in terms of utility? And that lets him know where in the playbook he can actually look to find the winning recipe.
Wow.
Well, they've taken the timeout.
They've heat up now.
Come up with this purchase. An AK-47 for K-Serrato and Yuri as predicted.
Ops out in the hands of the Navi defense on Wonderful.
Vitality of the offense.
He is going to want to wield that instantly towards outside.
And you'd imagine it's going to require some sort of set piece.
Shattered open. Wonderful peers behind it, but not good information.
Possibly can. Nice grenade.
Worried about the possibility of a player up on top of May.
As good as it gets to that HE.
Yeah, it actually
Emma just being a nuisance towards Squeaky. Clear and close position. Gets caught by that Molotov.
He's down to 12.
To get away from that. K-Serrato brought down to 5 HP.
And that Molotov doesn't go anywhere where Furia was really hoping it would go towards. It just kind of stops out in the open. Nobody can come through. Yuri's picked off Wonderful. That's the op down. They lost eyes on the drop on towards Garage.
Spamming down. He's getting close to dishing out some damage in towards the back of that Squeaky smoke, but connecting. And the minute 7 seconds left. Furia hold the player advantage, but they don't have a whole lot of space to play with, and they've lost some health, in particular on K-Serrato, who's actually had to offer that AK now on over to Skulls instead.
Produce a bit of a one-way around that.
He's been wanting to do this all round long, and now he gets his chance. Fallen detects that push forward.
And that's Bit Signal. Bit Signal to start kind of getting an idea of getting aggressive in towards Navi. A late round too.
Yeah, sick play from Navi. 3 players, 1 pushing through ramp, 1 through hut, 1 through Squeaky, and now Alexi B covers off the main entrance. Yuri takes out Emma. Alexi B needs to trade this. It's not so clean, fortunately for Alexi. He did have JL somewhat close by, and Cello falls at the hand of Bit. So this round started with a Fury advantage and will finish with a Navi 3rd round that ties this game up.
Yeah, but they forgot about the op. No one can recover it. No one's close by towards credit outside to pick up that ADP.
So they got money at least.
They lose that, they got to respend it, which always hurts.
Yeah, does hurt. Unfortunately,
it's nowhere near
the side
they can still lose this any day of the week. But Zywa will catch him on the reload there.
This round. Furia
they were so low,
average.
Tantalizingly low.
It will be maybe a couple of P250s here and
giving the round up, and Vitality time.
This should now be Navi heading into the lead to kick off Nuke.
Either way, that they were so low. Lake managed to find the bomb early on as well, but then a flurry of frags arrived at the front doorstep.
It was so long ago that we
relief there. I'm not sure
found ourselves looking at the Vito on the desk. The Vito is Nuke, which was Furia's map pick up first, then Mirage, which is the pick of Navi, and Dust 2 to decide if we need it.
Oh, that could be spicy.
That could be real.
A little Dust 2 decider. I'm into it. Gets a little weird. Good job from Bit. And this is just a shooting gallery. He gets to essentially deathmatch behind this box. So much safety against pistols with no utility. Pulls out a Tech 9 of his own. Nice and easy. All the advantages. Good round from Bit with a quad kill. And that's Navi taking the lead 4-3.
It would be nice to be able to play a ramp like Bit, wouldn't it? Just it makes it look so easy every single time.
Scrambling towards the B side, but they just don't have the manpower. They haven't executed
always has a different look and
watching the extremities here, but it's still going to be very
uncomfortable.
You got
aim like Bit, you can play things a little bit differently than the average
human being. They don't have doing a lot of damage. It's going to be a 2 versus 2, stabilizing somewot. Slack's coming in from the B steps. All guns blazing as well. He knows another one's been tagged. He's heard it. He's got the call.
I think that was kind of their best result outside of the major, wasn't it? It was just getting to another final and finishing on somewhat of a strong note.
After the major win, I mean, the whole conversation around the 100 HP, if they can repeat that kind of success, I know it had to have been getting good find from K-Serrato.
And he can't hold on to it. It's the full eco victory.
Final blast in London, despite not winning, it was sort of like, okay, yeah, we still can reach these levels. We can still hit this peak.
Hope that they could actually take this series.
JL's timing, as he takes a few steps back, he would have got a kill free onto Skulls. But timing has worked out perfectly here for the Brazilian.
Not done yet.
Now he's got a bit of a gap to play with.
One step closer.
K-Serrato down lower. That's a problem you have to worry about for Navi's defense. It's not a comfortable round here for the CTs.
I love it. That's what Counter-Strike
Skulls is in the lurk position for FURIA.
About to upset Vitality.
They need 2 more rounds,
like you said. It is not done yet.
They have action going on across multiple streams, and JL
to give a round like this one, and you know what?
Behind still hasn't detected Skulls, who is just waiting ever so patiently.
And he's calling lobby clear right now, which is super dangerous for Alexi B inside the bomb site.
Wonderful, picks off another as Yuri that goes down, and Skulls will activate onto Alexi B. Bit falls in turn, and now FURIA with 40 seconds left. They've got a player advantage. They've got to get that bomb down into the site. JL descends down the vent and will fall to falling. He will now push that bomb down on the A site. Wonderful, despite getting 2 kills out of this round, is unable to turn the tide in favor of NAVI.
And they know his position. Took that shot at K-Serrano, so now they know exactly where he is. They know exactly the timing and what position his next piece of aggression could come from. So there's really no chance of him and no real reason for him to go for this. He's got to just kind of find that kill on Fallen. He's trying to take the off away and back off towards CT spawn, preserve the weapons. Good round from FURIA going up and down through the vents. And Navi's defense, the fact that JL never spots Skulls.
That's
like the timing on the move, but also going to squeaky door instead of clearing hut. Like, you know, you'd make that other decision. You find Skulls free kill. Alexi's alive. You probably rotate down and win the round. But the fact they could never find that lobby lurk made it so difficult for FURIA.
Definitely needs backup.
For Navi,
eventually,
yeah, the information they were piecing together wasn't exactly the correct information.
Because look at that kill from Fallen. He's got the bomb. Like, if he goes down and vents, that's a really difficult round for FURIA all of a sudden. But JL's just like, okay, this is just the lurk. Like, the end goal is the lower bomb site. And just at the whole time, Navi struggled to figure out exactly what FURIA was going to do. And that's a tendency we've seen from FURIA throughout this half so far. Willing to be patient, willing to not make a hard decision on where they want to end immediately. Take their time in finding that final play.
And they've stolen it right back. Oh, M80, this was the chance, this was the opportunity. But Vitality, that's what experience
for
will
FURIA.
get you.
They go right through that smoke. And it's been one hell of a start to the World Cup for Bit, who has been detected so often towards ramp.
That really does.
I would wonder if this is something they haven't been researched, like a play they want to call, noticing, you know, Navi sometimes leaves this empty. Let's see if we can test it. Twice walking through that smoke.
And K-Serrano just assassinating the upper bomb site. Alexi B and Imma go down. JL stepping up. Bit has to double up. It does exactly that through the control room window. Despite not starting the round at ramp, Bit is still able to deliver impact, defending this lower bomb site. Running out of ammo in that primary weapon. Switches out to the pistol. Couldn't finish off the job. But perhaps that will fall instead to JL. Yuri low on health. That smoke makes it uncomfortable for JL, but he moves into strong position. That gap in the smoke, it looks tantalizing for JL, and he's going to catch the perfect timing, leaving it all on Falling. The Professor goes down to JL, and it is a 5-4 scoreline as Navi take a small lead thanks to Bit.
I actually love that play that JL just made. You know that player is dinked who's just thrown the smoke. You know it's likely there's not going to be too much aggression behind it. You find that gap around the left side. You find an avenue to make a play. And man, FURIA's got to be furious because they give away this entrance from K-Serrano. One on Alexi, then he finds Imma 5-on-3, and they cannot convert. Off angle from Bit, and he delivers stellar headshots.
That was a very clean.
He's had a crazy start to this game. Really hot performance from Bit. Currently looking at a 14-6 scoreline right now for him in particular. And Imma under pressure, under a lot of scrutiny. And that's K-Serrano with some speed, packing a punch into this upper bomb site. It's a punch that'll knock out JL. That bomb site falls. Wonderful! Oh, descends down with a no-scope, and K-Serrano's out of there. What a stylish maneuver from Wonderful. And it's Yuri left in a 1v2, and they're both low, but Wonderful does not care. 6-4, and style points on top for the Ukrainian Hopper.
But they needed all of it from Wonderful because they were struggling to hold on to that bomb site hit. Some of those upper busts from FURIA so far in this game have been really effective. I feel like we're seeing a little bit of miscomms, miscommunication in terms of how people are playing different situations. When you think about the K-Serrano double entry in the previous round, when you think about Yuri dropping on towards roof, being able to take out Wonderful with the off with no knowledge somebody was there. There's a couple of details from Navi that I think are slipping out of their grasp, but it's a wonderful sign that they're up 6-4 in a situation like this where it feels like they're not on the same page entirely.
Game over.
We've seen Bit select this position before.
Had a great showing here.
Just playing behind that
smoke. Like I
smoke.
said, they give that previous round up there. And
Alexi B, hear those cross smokes coming through. The steps have fallen now audible as he makes his way through a secret, but Yuri has stayed silent. He wants to stay secret until now he makes his steps forward to join Fallen on that lower bomb site. Bit is locking down ramp again. position for him, but now has to reposition.
Looking to get that one kill.
Fallen in the meantime is coming up to try and get this flank on. Wonderful, not reading this, not predicting this, and this could be very effective for Fallen because no one is considering the fact that this is a possibility.
They've got to make it work.
Fallen could get a double kill from this. Takes out Wonderful, sees Bit, and he manages just one this time. Bit. It is falling apart here for Navi in this round, and it is Furia piecing it together.
I mean, this just goes back to what I just mentioned, like some kind of, they're on different pages, like not communicating as well, it's not flowing, because we just opened up this round of like, oh, Alexi B hears those cross smokes, footsteps running across, and yet no one addressed the lower bomb site. No one even had eyes on it.
And here he is again. He's got even more kills.
Double for him. Walk all the way through to grab a free kill and then put Bit into an impossible situation.
Not only did they not address the lower bomb site problems, no one was even intimately checking.
Yeah, no one looked like they had a care in the world.
Yeah, no one even was thinking about it. Could be someone
like some kind of a timing, like maybe every 4 seconds I should just check down here.
Well, now you know
the round play being the only one, but does not work out here for Navi. Works out very well indeed for Furia, because that's some lifeline. Now at the end of this half, they have a great chance to tie things up. This could have ended up being a 8-4 scoreline for Navi exiting the first half of play.
They have got a kill, got a smoke. It would just take something
very strong half here.
2 rounds in this half won by Furia where they've had a
to win this one. I'm afraid it was a great showing.
Right, we saw earlier in the half with an upper
he had vitality on the ropes.
Almost worked again.
Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough this
and then
time. We are
obviously
going to
this
see
one with Fallen lurking through that lower bomb site,
but it's going to be 13-11. Doesn't matter how close it is. It's
Furia looking for an even scoreline on their T side.
First maps into player break. Wasn't smooth sailing by any stretch of the imagination. I think that's always going to be the case here. You come off a 30-day break.
Solid opening map here for Navi and Furia. Wonderful going out towards red.
It was a bit of a bogey pick as well.
This time for Wonderful. He isn't stopping. That flash could be effective, but he dodges it. He sees it long enough to get away with it.
So yeah, it was a nice idea.
He is looking to be an absolute nuisance here for Furia, but they've dodged him. They've taken a pathway that allows them to get into secret, and they've traded positioning. Wonderful starts to think about this possibility. He's not seeing anybody until that smoke fades away. He takes out Yuri, goes back to cover off Cello, and it's very effective for Wonderful to kick off this round. It puts Furia down to just 3 players, and this could end up, well, it should be 7-5 now for Navi.
And yeah, you can see they were trying to pinch into this upper bomb site, right? They were trying to wait for this smoke to fade over towards door and be able to attack into it with a pinch from Mini, but that ain't happening anymore. And Fallen's off. Not a great weapon to try and find an opening towards this upper site. Spots a leg, has information. There's Wonderful for a 1-for-1, but on top, this defense is way too strong. Kesrada left alone, but Bit will crush him.
That was a very close affair, and I'm really enjoying the Counter-Strike we're seeing out of the break here, Jason.
Honestly, it feels almost like lucky that Navi have a 2-round lead, considering some of the mistakes and some of the disorganization. It felt like I was watching, and I think if we talk to the Navi guys after the series and ask them about Nuke, like, yeah, CT side, we played like absolute crap. We were not on the same page, but look, they still come out with the lead, and now they get to test their offense into the Furia defense.
Well, speaking of tests, Cello has one right now, and he does not pass. He gets absolutely destroyed by Wonderful.
But give him like a phone a friend, right? Get someone like
help.
Anyone.
No, unfortunately for Cello, he's left out to dry. It is very hot here in Riyadh. It's going to be Fallen taking Alexi B out of that with grenade. It lands perfectly. Numbers evened out again. Navi in this post plant looking to defend the onslaught of CT. Looking to try and retake this. One Skulls goes out decon and is decapitated. Is JL with that big headshot. Wonderful gone. Yuri following up. And a 2v3 here for Navi. Suddenly down to just Ima and Bit to close this one out. There's time, but yeah, it is starting to tick. And that big headshot from Bit is certainly going to help matters here for Navi, because they are just absolute nuisances at this point. Ima get back in. Gets around the corner. And time is now ticking. 2-5 for Kesrada to win this round. Navi will take themselves the pistol to kick off this second half.
Yeah, really good start. Really well done on the pistol round as well. Swarming into that lower side. Cello all on his own. Can't hold back all the Glocks. And solid post-plant position means even though the players in the site go down, you have control of window and stairs, and it's no big deal. You can just hold Furia off that defuse the entire time.
That's where it all started. Now, I don't think Furia are going to be smiling. It's just USPs and a P250. I think that's another talking point towards the end of last season as well, was the reason Navi won the major was a large part with the MVP performance of JL, right? And he didn't really keep up that major MVP performance throughout the rest of the season. but he did kind of return to form in London.
It was solid. Nothing obviously, as you said, approached that. I think another big one, the desk mentioned it as well, was also Wonderful, who had an insane performance back in the major as well in Copenhagen. Wonderful clutches with the AWP, just good solid performances, good picks, and even he fell off a little bit too, and that's, I mean, you have to assume like that's natural. Like the step up in performances individually in Copenhagen was outrageous.
Yeah, there's obviously the conversation at the time was maybe they won the major a little bit too early. It's an awkward setup inside the ramp.
Playing whack-a-mole.
But it's cleaned up, and the moles do not win this time. There's a recovered weapon for Skulls, so he's going to back off into the corner. In the meantime, Alexi B is putting that bomb down inside of the A site. Wonderful defending against Kesserado. Skulls will be up next. And Wonderful will collect him. So 9-5. I'll do a strong, quick start into the second half. Finally, we'll get FURIA purchasing up into the weapons again.
They can come back into this pretty quick, FURIA, though. This first round is everything to get a little bit of momentum, get some money behind them as well. Let's see what they can do with it. Won't have the AWP in the field of play either, as we saw as well from NAVI. Took them a few rounds to get that AWP out in the hands of Wonderful. Problem is, at the moment, for the FURIA side of things, you got nobody who's able to really keep up and match with Bit, who's got 19 kills. Wonderful's got 17. Those two guys, as a pairing, are just decimating you. 4-round deficit, and FURIA's getting aggressive towards ramp room.
Unique trophy system consisting of keys.
Oh, Cello inside of that smoke, very close to JL. He'll be able to smell his perfume at this point.
This symbolizes a participant's right
to fire the flash in. That should activate Cello. Good flash in back. JL completely blinded, but Cello took a little longer than expected to take that kill. JL started to become unblinded by the time his opportunity presented itself. So 5v4, NAVI crossing extra players outside. And that deconstruction of the smoke is only temporary, so NAVI able to cross behind it safely now, getting towards Secret, dodging the spam, and safely making their way through.
I really like that setup that they did with Cello getting aggressive and Fallen flashing for him from deep, because they don't have a lot of nades in utility. So making a play with what utility you do have, and it's obviously giving you an advantage here. Really cool way to set that up. And now we have NAVI just kind of lurking through Secret at the moment. FURIA's pretty stagnant on the map. Fallen's coming down from ramp room to kind of peek towards lower. You've got Cello down there as well. Cello's only got 2 kills at the moment. Didn't notice that one of them in this round. But he's got a chance to add a few more to the tally as 3 NAVI members circle his location.
Witness history unfold.
Yeah, for the first time
World Cup
on this game, we've got Cello looking to say hello. He's got himself a kill on Wonderful. Big round from Cello. You'll get an important double. Most of his teammates need to step up, but NAVI coming out, swinging and fighting and getting into that lower bomb site. His numbers are now evened out with just enough time to put that bomb down comfortably and get away. Bit follows up with a headshot on Yuri, and FURIA, this is a disastrous round for them. They were in a powerful position, but it just stopped working out. And NAVI are now looking to reach double figures on the scoreboard as the desperate lead back in is cancelled because Kesserado and Skulls realize they can't win this one.
I think it's a horrible defensive setup in the lower bomb site, or maybe just protocols and how you react to it. Cello obviously kind of struggled a little bit on top of that silo to connect with a kill, does get one. I think Fallen is way too committed to being like a hardcore teammate and supportive teammate. Out in the open, you've got 2-3 choke points. You've got to worry about the window and the doors on control side, decon as well. And Fallen just gets completely caught with no ability to have an impact. And that is, as you said, a disaster for FURIA.
They could have crawled their way back into this game, and now it is going to be much more difficult because you look at the money situation here for FURIA. It's not like they have a buy to rely upon to fall back on. So the most likely scenario now is 11-5 for NAVI, and they are starting to push their way towards a nuke victory here. It's a good opening move. Cello fortunate actually to get the kill in the end. Yeah, this setup just gets cleaned out. Fallen just exposed to absolutely everything.
All right, well, now we got to do it the hard way. Pistols and an MP9 on Cello.
It's a half investment. FURIA leaving money for the next round. They get a full buy.
Best portrait phone, AI empowered.
You can keep a couple of these NAVI players modest.
AI portrait camera. 3 hardcore portrait modes.
He's going to make his way towards Secret. He will continue. There are 2 players on this lower side of the map waiting for him. It's Yuri and Cello looking to combine. Imma has pumped the brakes because the next action from NAVI is taking ramp control. They are doing so silently and undetected by any players of FURIA because there's no one here. They found a great amount of space.
There's no one here, but there is a double setup downstairs. Kind of a very similar setup to what ruined FURIA attacking Secret earlier when Bit had that save from Moss and got a triple kill with it. You have a similar kind of exchange here. Cello with an MP9, Yuri waiting to bait after that first contact. But Navi's just going elsewhere. They're not going to fall into the trap. Ima's there kind of slowly probing into it, but he can take his time because the main thrust of this is coming from ramp room.
And they're taking his time.
And they're just being quiet the whole way. Navi's not giving up any information. Ima's going to find it at this point.
Oh, Cello's head just ducks down, spots out Ima. They're very aware of the possibility of a second player being in that position. Now Wonderful opens those double doors. Tries to get that kill in towards the back of the doorway. Cello doing a good job at staying alive, but now time is a factor for Navi to consider. So they put that bomb down. Now the pressure is completely on FURIA to pull this one back. And so far, so good. 2 kills, pulled back. They're charging down Ima. They trade him out eventually. It's now JL and Bit, sure, with better weapons, but those AKs, they've been picked up off the floor. And the spoils of war may work in favor here for FURIA. Lack of kit is a problem.
It's done.
And they are locked out by that smoke. They have a grenade to blow it open, but they need this kill on JL, and he holds down just one. Bit now in a position at control room where he can take out the ramp player, and he's in a very good spot to try and deny the defuse. They're going to stick it, but the time is gone, and Bit has won this, just staying alive for Navi.
I was going to say, it's planted backside. That could actually get a little bit sketchy, but no kid probably didn't have time for the defuse and gets off it anyways. Ooh, a little bit of a tense round. FURIA almost pull a rabbit out of the hat. With all the disadvantages, they come up with the kills. But Bit and JL are able to outlast. That is a very, very fortunate smoke to have at the end of the day. Let's call it that. Dropping it on the stairs, and I was like, nah. As soon as that smoke bloomed, it's like, this round's done. Like, I'm surprised they even got the trade on that.
Bit with the Glock just closes out, makes it look nice towards the end there. And this could be a very quick victory for Navi, considering the second half performance. They're going to be very happy with the T side.
And considering the back and forth nature of that first half as well. Okay, Fallen and Cello both picking up it all. So double up setup right out of the gate.
Well, it seems like they're out of options at this point. You know, you got to start winning rounds. So double up setup. Let's see if this works out.
So Cello, I would imagine, would be towards ramp room. Fallen is going to be outside a little bit more roamy with his AWP, probably mobile around the map.
Let's have a look at the studio. Let's see what's going
exactly
on.
Where Cello's going.
On the show floor. Let's see how these guys are warming up.
Good eye for the game, Jason.
How they're getting
see what Cello can do with that sniper. No one coming towards him this time. Last round was all about round for Navi. This time, no one even thinking about it because it's all about charging through height. Skulls gets one. Effective flashbangs coming in for Navi. Ketsurada completely blinded. Only good for one, but Yuri has arrived and has put it all onto Wonderful. So a 1v3. He's up against 2 snipers and a low HP Yuri. There's a chance if he can get that heaven kill, but Cello nails the shot when given the chance.
Now, they never spotted the second off. I mean, that's kind of, if you're FURIA, that's the kind of round you really didn't want to have happen, so it's kind of good on them for winning it in terms of you've invested in this double off setup, you have one outside, one in ramp room, and they actually hit towards Alpha. They're not doing the lurk towards Secret and getting, you know, you don't have the chance for Fallen's off to get involved. But seeing Cello with an off would not make the assumption that there's a double off setup.
I'm hoping after the player break, people have,
you know, Fallen's the one to normally hold on to it. Do you make that guess, or do you kind of play as if it's a single AWP defense at the moment? But that has to be the launching pad for FURIA, that victory right there. This has to be the round that gets them to build some momentum and come back into this. Plenty of money on the Navi side for another buy.
And this is also their first time out being used. So the first time Blade has had his 30 seconds here.
Yeah, he's been able to be pretty chill.
Yeah, he's just relaxing.
And like tactically, like this whole game has felt in control for Navi outside of a few communication errors in terms of how players are set up, who's watching what, who needs to be watching what position is exposed. But the fact that you're able to work through those problems in the first half and even lead with a lead, it lets you keep those timeouts.
But still, they had a great showing on the first.
Now look at the decision for Navi. They've gone all in, and it's not pretty all in.
Overtime, it felt good.
It's 1 AK, 1 Galil. The rest are on Tech 9. It's a good start for Yuri through the smoke. Alexabi stood no chance in dealing with that.
Side here.
Now they'll get that confirmation that Fallen has the AWP in his hands. JL Bit left in a 2 versus 5. And this buy has not worked out for Navi whatsoever.
No, but finding the, I mean, the unfortunate thing is you're not going to buy in the next round if you're Navi. That knowledge of the double op setup being on the board allows you to kind of tactically look at your options in terms of what you want to do. So you now have a pretty critical piece of information of how the defense is going to be operating. So Alexi B, that's everything he needs as an IGL. is the intel to see what he can call up against it. Bit's got a minute to save this AK-47.
Well, everybody at home trying to get comfortable.
Yeah, go get some popcorn. How's your break, Nico? How's the player break? You moved.
Yeah, I did. I moved.
Yeah,
checked out a new city, started new hobbies. You know, climbing, ruining my fingers. I feel like all the casters these days are climbing now, Jason. We're all going to be like spider monkeys.
When you say
now in buckets and spades, a couple of nice
all the cool ones.
Okay.
All the cool casters are doing it these days. Even Alex does it. You know.
He doesn't have the kit.
Is Alex getting into it too?
Well, he does it sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's one of those things.
Gotta try and close the gap.
What about you, Jason? A lot of gardening and a lot of adult life.
Yeah, I did. I did.
So.
I missed Counter-Strike. At the end of like the third week, I was just like, "This is weird."
It is.
I wonder how relatable gardening is to the fan base at home. How many people you reckon garden in the CS community?
There's tons of us out there, Dinko.
Tons
of us green thumbs out there in the world.
Spink, like you said, fending off
that's your minute over.
Rotations.
That's it. That's all we had to suffer through. And Bit actually saved the AK. So he actually succeeded in doing so. Now, with how Bit has been playing,
the round, they might just consider the force by
having a hero AK. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's a good point to make. A good conversation to have, and also just an element of danger where you can kind of whittle down some of the money. Maybe you can take an AWP away at some point. Maybe you can find an opening kill and allow some of the pistols to slide into a gap. Unfortunately, I think NAVI was pretty much at 1900 across the board around that AK-47. So I don't even know if there's going to be deagles. There's one Tech 9 on Wonderful to try and be able to pick up what Bit can provide.
Just a lot more damage. So I wouldn't be surprised if.
But it really is the AK-47, and that's it.
That scout rings true. But so far, there's been no real connection.
They're charging towards the sniper. Missed shot for Cello. Got to be a little bit worried now. He's going to drop down into that lower bomb site, break out the window. Play from double doors instead. This time it's a quick rotation from Yuri to come and help him. Missed shot again from Cello. Eventually, you'd imagine he'd get punished. Shot lands this time. It's not enough damage to bring down Wonderful. Eventually has to switch out to the pistol to get that job done. And Bit's AK finally strikes, but it is only a single kill, and there's not much going here for NAVI.
Area's clear.
Not bad from Cello, not clean in any way, but he's done a really good job of kind of avoiding some of the danger, maneuvering to find some kills. Bit will get the plants. Cello will live, and the double up setup survives into the next round.
We're trying to tell me the nightmare of playing.
It took like 15 shots.
Oh yeah,
and I don't think he got. Did he get killed with the off?
He did. Not with the off. He cleaned it up with a pistol.
Against like.
We don't need to talk.
That's actually pretty impressive.
We don't need to talk about that.
Flashes forever.
Oh, we'll probably get a replay to see it.
They had the most brutal.
Quick shot from Bit, but the rifle is coming. There he did. Go on.
Oh, he did.
Alexi, yeah.
Not bad.
There's so much chaos.
There was a little bit of chaos.
11-8. This scoreline suddenly isn't looking as one-sided as it once was. As Furia once again opened up a chance to get back into Nuke.
8 seconds.
He got the ball.
NAVI's chance for 12. Cello up on top of the AWP, still towards ramp.
He's got a lot of angles to
be very
clear.
well
He's
on
not
that double
quite
up setup
ready.
now.
Such a shame. That would have been sick. It's on Sin now. If he can get this one, and it'll be highlight of the day. He's able to clutch this one in the 1 versus 2, but he's not quite sure. I really wanted them to go for it, but I guess fair enough. They're not going to have anything in the next round anyway.
Praying he's going to get something through that
very
smoke.
Uncomfortable.
It's pretty chill across the map at the moment. Even NAVI was like, let's just wait for like 20 seconds. Let's not do a whole lot.
Given the nature of the esports World Cup, we've got so many esports going on, people are probably hopping between streams,
Jason. Well
recovered,
well handled, good position there from
the conversation, but Inlet's about to end it. It's falling. Strikes into his back. Bit to remove Yuri and Skull's lobby. Pushing up to the perfect time.
And it was just
so close to a double kill. The JL is very fast on that headshot. Keeps NAVI with 3 players apiece. And Bit is trying to wrap around the back of Fallen.
Yeah, that really could have gone horribly wrong. And he doesn't seem aware of it whatsoever. He's trying to cover Mini for K-Serrano, who's in that upper bomb site all on his own. So he's not going to be checking anything in this direction. And Bit has found a way to wrap around outside. He can pause and wait and look for rotations, but if that alt never has to move, he'll never find the opportunity. Now Cello's aware. Timing of his rotation is going to be fast.
Good awareness from Big. Great movement to dodge the possibility of an up shot. And he climbs up. Cello's faster to the top of the ladder. It's going to be a close fight and a no-scope for Cello. Caserano cleans up the right. And it's 9 rounds for Furia as they are really back in this game now.
Yeah, good play from Cello. I mean, just playing so passive on ramp room towards the halls, towards under ladder, allowed him to get a jump on that play from Bit. Once he has that intel, that's a very aggressive play, and he knows exactly what he needs to do, which is protect Caserado's back. And Furia still fighting in this game, 9-11. It's been 4 rounds straight.
And now the money for NAVI is back down to pistols again.
It is on Furia's map.
A little bit of utility here, blowing open that door. Squeaky is Bit, and he's starting his charge down towards ramp. And Bit's obviously cooled down a bit here on the T side as well.
The Spirit MIBR seems pretty clean cut. You expect Spirit to take that. Virtus Pro
He might have a lot of players coming towards him in a few moments.
I'm not really sure.
Ramp is certainly the objective for NAVI.
A pretty strong team at the moment, I feel like. Nice return there. Late, not being able to
not with that secondary sniper. He's got the AK this time, and that is the better weapon to stop this ramp push as they're coming in, but the flash is so good. Fallen's got that quick rotate to try and help, but what a shot from JL. That deagle rips right through Fallen. And Cello, how good is he? Can he hold this? JL needs the first to peek, and no one else following up, so Cello is able to get away with it.
M84
a little bit of trickery, breaks the glass, reposition, stays close up. Man, I remember a JL deagle. That's nasty on the Fallen. Now they can pause and wait over in ramp room. The problem that they have to find is like it's so restricting to feel like you have to go underneath heaven, play from hell, but also you don't have utility for control side doors, nothing for control side windows, but you do have the op in Wonderful's
clean
hands.
Conversions,
and that can be just as good
got a
as
bit
a
dicey in
smoke.
the second round, but still they got the round.
Clearing so many strong positions at the moment. They can
Nice
just post them up. But Cello's peek through the control room. They know exactly where he is, but he is still dishing out dead. And Cello finally taken out by Alexi's B's D. They're coming to try and respond to this one. Furia trying to get back into the side. Has to be a retake now. And they have got kits, but they haven't got utility. There's 2 flashes left. That's all they've got.
Skulls need to be patient, wait for his teammates to arrive. Waiting on the stairs, they both come down vents, but look at this trap setup. That door's going to spring open on Wonderful shot.
Wonderful misses the shot. Door swings open. Bit gets the double with the tech. And it is Furia to collapse to pistols. NAVI by map point on nuke.
So it could just be a full-on execution.
Man, that's just a slow, creepy, crawly hit towards that lower bomb site once they take control of ramp room. And once again, kind of like the pistol, Cello really didn't get a whole lot of backup down there. Playing control side, seeing bodies a number of times. Fallen is usually the player in support, obviously. He's eliminated, and nobody else took up that mantle.
Use the elevator.
He got big time eliminated. It looked like a good setup. Cello doesn't die first. He's really going to get one from Fallen at least. But JL hits a monstrous deagle.
I would say rather quickly, but 2 of them are low on health. And actually,
I might have just bailed them out. NAVI was really struggling to put rounds on the board to find success on this T side.
Before they even really think about retaking it, they've turned it from 4-on-3 into now a 2-on-2.
Oh, Fallen good advanced positioning. This time gets revenge on JL.
That's going to really show that there's no smoke on the other side. So
alright, Fallen rotating back now outside. This is the most mobile we've seen Fallen so far in this game with this AW versus half, I should say. Still controlling the situation pretty well. Wonderful peering over the top, seeing absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Wonderful. Can't deal with the speed of Fallen and that crossover. It looks so good for the NAVI sniper. And we thought it might have been curtains from Furia here, but they found some life thanks to those 2 openers from Fallen. Under a minute left as NAVI start to regroup with their final 3. They're going to be going back into the lobby.
Could be a costly round. I'm not sure the money's
make
not great.
Happen here. Like a lot of utility as well, Jason.
Yeah, they really do. And actually, I mean, Furia's left ramp room open. They just said, we'll defend the lower bomb site. You guys can have a ramp. At this stage in the round, we don't really necessarily care about it. Smoke off towards
absolute stinker.
Dark, and all of a sudden, that is the only option really available for NAVI. Outside has been shut down. Upper has been blocked off. So you come into an empty ramp room.
Beauty of Dust 2.
Now you'll be able to put utility down. They have the smoke, they have Molotovs as necessary to move into this bomb site to lock Caserato and Cello out.
It's just the time now, 20 seconds left. NAVI, you gotta get a move on into that lower bomb site. Got to be very fast at deploying his utility.
You can do a lot of things in 20 seconds, Dinko.
Oh, I'm sure you know about that, Jason. Now Lexi B and Emma charging their way into the lower bomb site. 9 seconds. Molotov clears out the back of the bomb site. Cello plays a double, but it's all about Caserato looking to try and pounce as the Panther denies the bomb plant, but they don't even go for it.
Yeah, I guess you can. I guess Guess you need 22 seconds.
22 seconds, right? You know, that's more the ballpark of getting something done.
That's really anticlimactic.
I was ready for like the hero stream from Kesrado.
Anything really.
No, just nothing.
Protocols there.
No.
Okay, well, timeout called after that round comes to a very flat finish.
Well, it's now looking like overtime is a real possibility for FURIA. And
if you get 2 kills like that, you don't have to overcomplicate the round. Like, there is a philosophy. If you just get long control and no kills, you want to get your AWP parks in the pit. Then you fall back.
Still 2 rounds to play with. I think the awkward thing
but when you get 2 kills like that, you might as well just continue with the momentum.
It's got plenty of cash though as he drops some weapons over.
Number 6.
FURIA's loving the fact they hold on to it.
Even though they did already throw the Molotov there.
Good round from Fallen. A lot of impact. This is a risky peek as well coming out. That flash.
I thought Wonderful had him dead to rights.
I did too. The flashbang he throws, there's like a good couple of seconds after it. I don't even think Wonderful got blind. Just wasn't quite back at the angle to plant his feet and feel comfortable on the shot and ready for it. So well done from Fallen with a double kill with the AWP. And now a little bit of aggression outside, spotted by Ima. So might slow things down.
Fate's looking for his 30, and he's got him with that headshot on Kesrado. But he is not going to be happy with it. He would have wanted that second. At least information, there was a double setup in towards main, and that does allow Ima to feel more comfortable making his way down lower.
30-30 from Bit. Been a minute since we've seen that. This kind of a performance from him. Alexi gets in towards Secret as well. Couple players are there, 2 more to attack into Cello at ramp room.
Yeah, he's quite commonly played this spot, and he's here again. It's kind of uncomfortable now for Cello. He swings the fight, he's taken out. Yuri on the lower bomb site, tit for tat. And it's going to result in FURIA being 1 player ahead, but Fallen is starting to strike. It's another kill, this time on JL, putting it all on young Wonderful to pull off a 1v3 with a bomb not in his possession.
We've had to talk about Cello so much in the second half, which is crazy to think when you consider he came into it with like 1 kill. Came into his half with 1 kill, and he's had a lot of pressure sent his way, whether it's ramp room, whether it's the lower bomb site. He's brought himself up to 12, but he's had so much attention on him, it's almost impossible not to.
It feels like he's had impact even without getting kills, right? Like just being a presence at times has been enough distraction to set up the others of his squad. 30 seconds, and obviously Wonderful's calling this one off. He can't pull it off at all.
No, there's nothing he can really do. Bomb is down as well, so yeah, FURIA's gonna have 1 chance to take this into overtime.
That says one of my. I love watching.
Wow, I really didn't see this one happening. It felt like when we got into the second half, with the start NAVI had, it just seemed like it was gonna be smooth sailing straight through Nuke.
5-2.
Take us into map 2.
It's that kind of like, it's that kind of almost like a mirage of the fact that, you know, you win those early rounds on the T side and you have such a big lead, but then the money starts flowing for the CT side. Then the utility starts coming. Then, as we saw, the double op setup from FURIA. I know, it's weird because they had that double op setup for like 3 or 4 rounds. I don't think it was like immensely successful in any meaningful way. Like a couple, like Cello got 1 or 2 nice kills with it, but other than that, I mean, it was rifles during that sequence that was closing things out for FURIA.
Back in the game again, and let's see if Cello can get the job done if he's playing towards ramp. It's like he's switching between, there's an M4 down as well, so obviously they've invested everything into this. If he needs to go back and switch out to that M4, that's a possibility.
Really haven't seen NAVI test the upper bomb site directly throughout this half. A lot of it has been trying to wheel around through mini, taking control of outside. A lot of it has been attacking towards ramp room. Upper's been able to kind of chill those defenders. But I think that's not going to be the case in this final round. Let's see if NAVI can catch FURIA maybe snoozing of saying, they're not really attacking upper, we can take a resource away from that.
Obviously no chance.
3 players outside at the moment for FURIA.
It just continues.
Kesrado just slides back in through mini towards vent. 1 player up in the rafters, that's Skulls. And Fallen is here now. So they've seen no presence on the extremities and they're thinking something's up.
Almost toying with him at this point. So leave the poor guy alone. He's done great so far. Spink says nope. I'm going to try and find it.
Thinking the same thing you were about the fact that NAVI haven't directly tested this upper bomb site. So they're starting to get information with that push forward. This is a weird, I don't see this every day.
They've created this timing though. They just jumped utility to delay the upper bomb site. Fallen's in trouble. He's got the first.
Cold shot, sure, but now they're going to be running into the secondary off. And Cello this time impales Alexi B. But NAVI, that's the bomb down. 34 seconds. Fire tickles the feet of Cello. And he needs to get out of that. about 30 seconds for NAVI to decide where they want to go with this one, and whether or not this is overtime or it is victory for NAVI on map 1.
And Yuri's already dropped down below, so they have both bomb sites covered. K-Serrano went upper, Yuri on lower, and Cello is going to be here in support.
Yeah, from heaven to hell, he'll snipe away. K-Serrano staying in the back of the bomb site, unable to get a single kill, and Cello topples at heaven. It is Yuri in a 1v3, and he has to retake this site, and they know he's likely coming from that lower bomb site. Wonderful takes his head off, and NAVI start off their affair here at the Esports World Cup with a map 1 victory over FURIA.
Well, the sun is too hot, Jason. It is deadly laser, as some might say. It's NAVI on the T side, FURIA on the CT side of Mirage, and the squad of NAVI gathering up outside of the B bomb side is Cello lining away. Again, we're going to say Cello a lot.
NAVI came in today and they're like, we're gonna ruin Cello's afternoon. We're just gonna ruin his whole experience. Coming right at him at the B bomb site, shot in the face right in the first second, and then cleaned up, and that's the B bomb site lost. Hey, that's the pistol run.
Keeps the modest though.
Yeah, it was pretty quick, wasn't it? Is that the kind of CS you were hoping for?
That's it. That's
Now
it.
you can lie back. You can enjoy.
And
there is a FURIA player hanging around in skulls, but he's not spotting too much.
No, they've made the safe call. They're like, you have two pieces of armor.
Wait, they haven't quite yet. There's a kit on Fallen and a smoke too, so they want to go for this. Bit goes aggressive. Skulls, if he had hit that flick, then FURIA right back into it. But now it seems unlikely, but Fallen keeps proving us wrong with every step forward. Smoke inside of the site. Deep Fuse being stuck. Fallen holding it all the way, but at last second knife from Bit. Make it a double, and that is NAVI with the pistol. We got the fun Counter-Strike Pit was waiting for.
I'm so sorry, Fury. I was not familiar with your game. What an attempt at the retake. You got to give him credit where it's due. Some disgusting shots to activate that. That's like, that's got to be like a 1 out of 50 chance to win a pistol round like that. Like to retake that B-bomb in a 3v5 after that kind of a rush and that clean of a take. Almost got there.
Okay,
That's so crazy.
Hey, Bit's rich.
He is very rich, yeah. I've seen that butterfly knife, but also got 2 kills, so that's fantastic.
It's 1-0
start for NAVI, but
lots of aim duels.
Straight away got the AK and utility. So okay,
and he's dropped an AK-47 over to Wonderful as well, so that Wonderful can save up for an AWP as quick as humanly possible. So that's going to pay dividends long-term for NAVI going into the next few rounds. And let's see how much Alexi can farm up with this MAC-10. Mid-push with a flashbang from FURIA. It should not do much. These rifles at range handling business.
That was very quick indeed from NAVI.
Should be able to cover that one, no problem. I say that though, it's a double kill. Slack's fighting back, but it's not quite enough. The bomb doesn't go down, unfortunately. That's going to be in the back of Sin.
He's outside
Fallen,
who was
right now.
Pretty damn good over on Nuke.
And they've recovered.
Go for the glass cannon,
47s
so
and a
no
man
Kevlar here for Fallen.
We have got Lake on the backstab, so he slipped the net.
He's definitely looking strong towards the end of Nuke there on the CT side.
Yeah, he started heating up a little bit, didn't he? Yeah. I mean, hit the shots he needed to hit and had a couple impactful rounds, getting aggressive and making plays with AWP. But yeah, the lack of armor is going to be a bit of a question. Let's see what he can do with it. Smoke up in towards window. Plumes before he's ready. He'll set his teammates up. Deep Molotov, and K-Serrano's going to play aggressively in con. He's got Yuri on the other side on catwalk for a crossfire in mid.
Not really perfect, but still.
Fallen peeking down into ramp, was down close to landing that shot, but JL able to get away with it. Now the shoulder spotted. Wonderful doesn't move. He doesn't take a move because he didn't realize he got spotted, and so Fallen just takes him out quite easily. And that is a player advantage off the back of that glass cannon.
I'm wondering if Wonderful was even able to see Fallen on his screen with that kind of creepy crawl out like that. Fallen's able to get a freebie. Aggression ramp with the op, though, is a trademark Fallen play. He's going to keep it up. A little awkward inside this smoke.
Flames rotating back into the
play finally coming up with it. He realizes his teammates feel rather uncomfortable, particularly Alexi B. But he's going to try and crunch with Imma. So they try and sandwich K-Serrano and Fallen into 2 players. Imma sweeps both under the rug. It's now NAVI a player ahead with 49 seconds left.
What a good timing for Imma to hit coming up con. And you can see too, you talked about NAVI feeling a little uncomfortable. Fallen as well felt really uncomfortable with the op close up at that bomb site. Playing under the balcony, close up and ramp inside the smoke. And as he's backing away in transition, Imma's just able to get a nice, easy double kill and then clean it up. 3-0 with Bit's headshots very, very quickly, and FURIA is back down to fighting the scraps.
Yeah, that's rough. This isn't the only Americas versus EU squad going on right now. Over on the other stream, the B stream, EWC2, it's Vitality versus MD, and that first map was Vertigo
really close to fair there.
Tell me MD won it.
No. No, Jason. Sorry to tell you, but was not in fact the victory for him. But it's kind of an interesting story over there. I mean, we got young Mason Lake Sanderson playing his first big LAN, if you don't count Launders LAN.
Yeah, we were giggling a little bit because we looked it up and it was like he was at Fragacago last year and then he was at the Launders LAN and then all of a sudden he's at the Esports World Cup.
It's just been like, it's just been on the up and up, man.
Nice,
it's just
nice quick rise for Lake.
Next will be Launders LAN too.
Yeah, and bear in mind they were 7-1 up as well. Like, it was a nice resurgence from MAT to even find.
Won't get uncomfortable for NAVI.
In that first half,
picking up 4-0 start at the beginning of Mirage has got to feel pretty good. And,
no upsets.
You know, Bit isn't slowing down. 6-0. He had a fantastic map over on Nuke. Hit a 30 bomb out of the break. So any questions about the performance of Bit coming into the second season?
And I feel like this is a map too where I think Yima's going to be supremely comfortable, like we saw obviously, you know, towards the end of CSGO at the final major, how well he played specifically on Mirage throughout the entire miraculous playoff run. So I think you're going to get a strong and solid performance out of him, which we saw in the first gun round with the double kill. He's up to 6-0 or 6-1 to match Bit at the moment.
And then that's when he'll help now we've done it
turning on Fallen. Nearly goes down there. JL defending against this cello aggression.
Nice timing on the shot.
It is quite comfortable for NAVI as they now going to a 4-0 lead.
Is he going to walk through the smoke? He's hearing them walk away.
If you're wondering what's on the schedule today, if you're watching this stream and hoping for more Counter-Strike, well, if you're in luck, there will be another matchup later today. We have got ourselves VP versus Complexity. This is a matchup with Virtus Pro filled with questions. Is Electronic going to be the new game leader someday? Is James going to be gone from the team? Are they going to sign Modesty in the future? So many questions about this, but not in this matchup. And it was Alicia's birthday yesterday, so if you missed Alicia's birthday, you got to watch this game to make up for it.
Yep, and wish him a happy birthday, belated birthday. Yeah. Double up setup for Furia again, much like on Nuke, right out of the gate in the first like full buy round, I guess you'd call it. 2 ops, Cello and Fallen once again.
Onto the A site.
Cello will have that over towards the B bomb site. Fallen again working his way through the window room, this time jumping towards Catwalk. And he's got his first.
Time it is. Apex gets a shot
from Fallen. Alexa B Detroit on Caserado instantly, but that double up setup. It is working out this time. Cello up to the apartments, takes out JL. It evicts him from his home. And we're looking at a 3v3.
Oh my god.
Jump up the
fight is ready. Gets a headshot at the end.
An absolutely will be exposed to multiple different angles if he stays here. So
it looks like they're going to stick with their plan of going to the B bomb site. They were trying to execute a very fast split, but obviously both ops slowed that right down. But the bomb is coming back into halls, and Alexi's been patient this whole time.
Patience pays off. Fallen walks right into him. Minute 5 seconds left. NAVI off the back of that now have a player advantage. And a full minute on the clock, and no one inside of that B bomb site.
And Skulls hasn't budged from his aggressive position over in Palace, so they're going to have to essentially save this. Unless Cello works up the courage to get into market and see if he can get one pick.
He's already moving his way over towards the A site.
Pretty much the case.
That's it. That's 5 in a row for NAVI.
Stolen rounds from MAT, like some 4-on-2s, they managed to convert the switch.
That's so painful considering the success of the ops. Fallen gets the opening kill, Cello adds a kill onto it in B halls as they try and pull off the split. It's Alexi B to create all the opportunities in middle. Got the trade on the first kill, and then eventually would find a way to open things up as Fallen goes for a repeat.
It feels like this is just spiraled out of control for Furia really quickly. I mean, Yuri probably doesn't feel like he's even got a real start here. Mirage is 0-5.
A bit of a dream for
a real tough time.
I mean, they played like they believed in that
halfway through this first half, so it's getting into dangerous territory for Furia, one where you might expect a timeout to come soon. They don't have their old coach, Sanimahino and Query. They have instead Sid behind them at the moment, and this is his first ever
down in that lower
match as
bracket,
coach.
like there's the teams we wanted down there. There's no bogey teams, no phase time waiting for them. You know,
first ever match of Skulls playing in the roster as well, so they're still going to be figuring out things in that regard.
We expected the seeding. Seems to be ringing true thus far. You can see here's the
job from Fallen. Better job from Alexi in middle.
He did have some great rounds in the CT side.
Look at the way he holds on to the entire map. Second kill and then just waiting as the smokes fade and Furia have no information. Fallen wants to find a little bit of it and gets punished.
On both halves there, and that was their
quick 5-0 start for NAVI, and it doesn't really look like they're going to be slowing down. They look very comfortable and confident in these situations in these first 5 rounds.
But still enjoyable. Like both series we commentated today. had absolutely everything. Like, it was close, it was exciting. We had
5-0 down
some
already.
Zywoo 1v5 attempts in there as well. Some Mezzi clutches, this great shot from Slacks in the pistol the second half to take down Spinks there. So, yeah, and this retake, especially on the A-bomb side, that is spectacular. What a play that was.
Alexi being vocal, calling out some final plans over to the team.
And, you know, I think some of that is...
and we get back into it, round number 6. Navi up 1 map to nothing. 13-11 victory on Nuke. That was Furia's map pick, Mirage Navi's map pick, and they're showing a little bit of reason why they went here.
And at the end of the day, like you said, down in the lower bracket...
Headed towards ramp is so good on JL.
They are going to be able to prove
exactly half of his health gone. Initial barrage.
Yeah, and that might temper him. Looked like, I mean, he was probably in that corner to get a little bit of information, see if he could hear some footsteps, but also in a position where he could be aggressive if he chooses to. And speaking of aggression, it's Furia and
Cello and Fallen leading this charge together. Cello at the front, he has the tip of the spear with that M4.
This is a great return to
he is down towards underpass at the moment, considering a threat there.
It's great to see that the
in the meantime, he's about to walk back up those stairs to a nasty surprise. Cello is waiting.
Everyone's heart
racing,
but I think that's what it's all about.
Because Cello is pushing forward, focused on JL, who considers that a possibility, and he stands strong on 50 health to take out Cello and survives on 26. Now with 55 seconds left, they're starting to accelerate somewhat into this gap at the B bomb site.
I don't think they have the timing to actually commit to it. They want to apply a little bit of pressure. They want to show like they're committing to that B bomb site, and nobody's budged from Furia's defense at the moment. I think they feel that's a fake, but it's actually just buying time for the rest of Navi to get in position to split.
I have to say for you as well, I liked
he's only got an ult, so multi-kill potential is certainly limited, and he's got himself one in Alexi B. Has to be perfect in his positioning, and the threat is in the apartments. Fallen under so much pressure, but a missed shot from Wonderful, and the help of Caserado keeps Furia in this one, and keeps Fallen alive for a second longer, but eventually JL will push forward, take out Fallen, and what an important round JL has had here. Considering the fact he started the round with 50 health, he has still found so much impact, and now a 3v2 post plant for Navi.
Yeah, Fallen did everything he possibly could. First kill, buying time as well, allowing the rotation to come in, but even that gets eliminated. And now you have to investigate to see if people want to try for a retake, and Caserado and Skulls say,
nah. Nope, not for me this one. And that is going to be 6 rounds in a row for Navi.
Yeah,
first core of this game is now gone.
It's nice to see you get some rest and
Navi have won every single round so far.
Do you have any hobbies outside of Counter-Strike?
Bit is yet to die. He is still yet to die.
Anything else you like to do?
Incredible performance from Bit today in this best of 3 series.
To be fair, I really like to socialize, so I just like to go out and see people and talk with people.
They're just racking up the cash as well here for Navi, so even if they were to go on a patch of bad form, lose a few rounds, they've got so many options to get buys back in.
Oh, you're looking good, bro.
This is going to be a very difficult half for Furia to make
coming into this series,
meaningful happen.
M80 pick Vertigo. Like, no one's playing
this
Vertigo right now, and Dallas who has played once.
Tough to swallow for Cello, I'm sure.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, you have some options in that kind of a play, right? Like, you could turn and go down the stairs, or you take that longer route, which maybe has the bigger payoff, but also the bigger risk, and just such a long distance to walk before you can find what you want.
But, you know, it's pretty weird when you...
Furia still got money to keep replenishing behind some of these safe weapons. Back into a double up setup.
Alexi B back in the middle.
So it's
on the edge of that top mid smoke. Spot anybody out towards lower grenade blast open, but Caserado somewhat mastered playing aggressive and being a nuisance and underpass. Absolutely perfect timing, and jumps up and down, dodge any bullets that might head towards his toes. But Alexi B slinks his way up through connector, and look at this timing for the in-game leader. Alexi B to drop Fallen. Now eyes on the prize of Yuri, but he'll stand tall, he'll stand strong, and he'll turn back for JL. So a 2v2 off the back of Yuri finally arriving to Mirage.
Ooh, those flames might have hidden. No, he must jump up in towards window.
Things will look smooth on Dust too, though. You guys
see him around that wall.
I think the only problem
you can see the other player, Yuri, just kind of waiting. So they have an indication he's in this position. Ema's frozen, but now Wonderful's going to get involved in the action.
He has to. He has to make the next move. Ema is stuck in this spot for the time being, and Wonderful is absolutely making that next move. Timing works against him on that pick on Cello, but will he detect the player at stairs? Certainly he will. Yuri falls off the bottom, and now it's just Cello trying to make this clutch happen. Running through the fire, running right into Ima, and the patience pays off as Navi takes 7 rounds in a row.
This is the second time we've seen Navi seemingly get stalled out with the play they want to make it towards middle. Previously was on that fast attempt at the V-split, and the first time we saw Furia with the double up setup, but Alexi's finding all the solutions. He got all the trades in that round. He eventually picked up Fallen all in re-aggression on Catwalk. This time, he's just like, okay, Caserado wants to play around. He wants to mess around in underpass. I'll come right through the smoke. Feels and senses the fallback of the defense and has got plenty of room to work with to provide the opening. In-game leader doing a great job commanding the middle part of the map.
I mean, if we throw it back to the first half of Nuke, the conversation we're having is maybe Navi lacking a bit of composure, lacking good communication.
Felt like there was some comms off a little bit. Yeah, getting back into the flow of it. Maybe feeling a little bit rusty coming out of the break to a certain extent.
But now it feels like it's the opposite, right? They're all on the same page. Very detailed communication in those moments where they're finding composure. It looks great right now for Navi.
Yeah, I thought that's why I said like sports or chess.
Game for FURIA to debut your new roster and find yourself up against Navi. If you're wondering what the consequences of losing this game are, you go down into that last chance, and that's the one gauntlet, and that's quite a scary place to be.
Excuse me, Nico, it's called the Resurrection Bracket.
The Resurrection Bracket. Yeah, and that is
8 teams, best of 1. May the best team win.
Yes, well, that is going to be. I'm excited for that.
I'm actually pumped for that. That's tomorrow.
We don't get that in CS. We don't get that kind of cool bracket, so I'm really excited for that. I think it's going to be awesome.
I mean, look, at this point, Navi just feel like everyone has so much freedom and so much confidence. So at this point, it's like when we get picks, like be aggressive, be assertive, find your play to make. And Bit's on the extremity, and he's like, you guys got 2 kills in middle. Someone has to shift off this A bomb site. I'll take a risk. Now it doesn't pan out for him, but he applied a lot of pressure.
Skulls. With the wood, shot rings out from Wonderful. Unable to really make much happen of it. Alexi descends down. Look at that, silently descends down the ladder and assassinates Skulls from behind. It is going to be 8 rounds now for Navi. They ain't stopping on the T side of Mirage. This could be a speed run to victory in a 2-0 fashion to kick off the Esports World Cup for Navi.
It's so impressive. I mean, Bit and Emo is still playing solid Counter-Strike. Alexi's had incredible impact in the middle of the map, as I kind of outlined the previous round. But, I mean, you've seen everyone from Navi kind of step up and provide something when it's been necessary. And you're seeing FURIA, this might be time to take your next time out and just say, we gotta get something going. Like, despite the fact they've still been able to buy and have rifles and save some weapons and kind of buy around those saved weapons, I haven't been able to see them find a plan to put a stop to this T side from Navi.
They don't have the full buy again here for FURIA. That will come in the next round.
FURIA's kills are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's pretty cool. That's something.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I'm glad you got that line out just before that D.
It was great while it lasted, you know?
That was the shining light for FURIA. Now it didn't, of course, as JL comes around, takes out Fallen. Skulls is being grenaded towards default. Against Rudder. A chance about Deagle. Didn't quite get a second kill out of it. Slip in the connector behind the cover of the smoke. And Navi staying composed, staying disciplined even around like this. They don't want to let any of these go in the first half. To think how this half started with an unlikely retake attempt coming down to a last second knife
so
from Bit.
Right, double knife from Bit at the last second.
Now Caserado gets another dig out of it, but it's cleaned out for the rest of Navi, and it is 9 rounds in a row.
Yeah, they're looking really calm and composed and having no issues. Okay, wait, quick shuffle to notebook. Let me just remember that thing I wanted to do.
They're really important note pages, and I like to have a look through it. Even the other 9-0 up, he returns to the papers. Big shot from Caserado. That was one hell of an opening.
Yeah, this is a cool shot. Obviously, at this point, hard to get excited about just a cool shot in the middle.
I'll always get excited about cool Deagle shots.
That's why you're play-by-play.
3 smokes in mid already for Navi. 1 in towards connector, 1 top mid, and 1 towards window. Standard execute of smokes into mid, but it does only leave them with 2 smokes for the rest of the round here.
But just also like some similar like utility constantly in middle from Navi, but different pacings, different numbers, different kind of sense and attitude around the way they attack into that part of the map. Now they've just kind of set Alexi up to lurk, and they're probably in their heads thinking that FURIA, based off how this half has gone, FURIA is probably saying, okay, they have mid control, there's 2 or 3 there. It's actually only 1.
They're doing a good job of it.
Because look at how the defense is set up for FURIA. You've got 1 towards jungle, 1 towards stairs, 1 towards catwalk. You're kind of designed to prevent anyone from getting up con, getting up catwalk from middle. But that's not where the main thrust of Navi's attack was positioned, at least at that moment.
Now they start to readjust their thrust. And going in towards middle instead. So smoke through a bit to head his way out. That's full used up here towards mid. And NAVI showing that they can make a couple of different dishes. The same ingredients, and now they're thinking about this B finish. As Cello is often good for just one here and then drop off. That's all he's got to do, and then rely on Fury to come help him from short. So Cello has to peel away with one. Absolutely nails the kill on Bit, but then repeats unnecessarily.
Yeah.
And that is going to give those kills back to NAVI in an instant.
Yeah, that repeat can't happen. That's a disaster. That's the losing play, because Yuri then gets limited in how he can play the situation. That repeat costs Furia so much.
He's right back into this one. 9 seconds, limited time here for NAVI to get that ball down, and Caserado from the depths of hell tries to pull them out of it, but can't quite get the job done at the end. Oh my God, that was massive.
How are they supposed to get around on the board? How are you supposed to actually do it? Caserado provides as much as he possibly can. 1v4 inside the bomb site, almost pulls it back, but NAVI on top of their game. Not going to let that one slip out of their grasp.
Emma just being a nuisance in window again, but here Caserado, you see him in these kind of situations where you can see that he's going to have some isolated 1v1 fights, and you can never count him out of those situations. He comes so close.
It's a great win from Ema at the end of the 1v1. Hold the phone. Bit is going to get challenged here. Flames subside. He's ready for it. There's no utility to activate this. Double spray down. Get out.
Was there ever a doubt? Was there ever a doubt for Bit? 2 headshots right away, and he is now traded by Caserado.
I like the way Eva plays this map for the most part. Like that last round feels it's like a very disruptive lurk, right? It's not like a lurk designed to like kind of, you know, pounce on the back end after the rotation has already come, like try and like backstab as they're setting up for the retake. It's very much like, I'm going to stop you from moving to rotate to have any kind of support. I'm going to aggressively attack this fight as it comes into my location. And he's been doing a lot of that when he's been set up in middle.
Look at JL. He's going to get a lot out of this position as well. Look at Cello has no idea. Absolutely no idea that JL could have been that. And now Yuri with a MD9 and now spotted. Any chances of getting anything done in this round have shrunk increasingly towards the number 0. And that just so happens to be the amount of rounds that Furia have as well. So NAVI in full control. I think it's been fun and boring at the same time. So I think you and Jacob have somehow got exactly what you wanted.
Right, first map, a lot of fun. Second map, I mean, there's some elements of fun in this, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This game has had a little bit of everything.
It's always good seeing a team like NAVI, because I mean, like the storyline of this team, like trying to prove that they can repeat that level they reached at the majors. Like, if they actually can, like.
I love it.
You add like a new team into the mix that's contending for trophies, and this gets real spicy. And I mean, let's not actually go too crazy on it. I want to kind of temper that a little bit. I mean, it is Furia, right? Like this is a team that we don't expect to be able to contend and challenge for trophies. So, yeah, this is very much could be an element of their helping make NAVI look good, but. I mean, at some point, you just got to appreciate that NAVI is looking good.
Wow, that certainly looked good. Wonderful, lovely transfer. Stays composed. Caserado's had a couple of really nice kills in the last few rounds.
And that's Caserado, so they'll say Skulls is the anchor. He's still at the A bomb site, so now you have information in your head on 2 players' position.
Got over a minute still left in this round, and Furia realized they can't just sit back and allow NAVI to come to them. So Skulls is getting a bit more proactive. He's pushing through pallets, trying to gather information. That'll stop now. He just wants to position himself here.
Yeah, but I think I would say like this kind of a situation, like with a minute on the clock and it's very quiet around the map, if Skulls is going to be in this position, you don't actually need Caserado. Like the insurance policy of being inside Palace is so strong.
And he's not even watching the short cross either, so he's not getting information. And that's NAVI just crossing up for free.
And and the fact that Caserado is sticking around there is really hurting the B defense, where Cello is located with the AWP.
Well, he's got to go huge.
Either at this point, it's like, if Caserado's going to be here, Skulls needs to push. Skulls needs to push the T-spawn and get information and say, no one's here, no one's outside A ramp, because now at the moment, Cello's got to do everything, and he feels like he needs to be a hero, and after this plant goes down, you're very much locked out of this bomb site with no kits.
Well, last round of the half, they got to go for it. Will it be a flawless run of T rounds for NAVI? Or will Furia finally get one right at the end? A 3v3, even numbers for the retake, but certainly not even in terms of performance at the moment. NAVI sitting back, allowing Furia to move out, but they've got eyes on the exit points, and FURIA have to go. They have to throw everything they've got in a desperate bid for the last round of this half, and NAVI bring them no mercy. JL and Wonderful will close a 12-0 flawless half from NAVI. They are on track for the first 13-0 victory here at the Esports World Cup, and what a statement that would be over FURIA here on the second map of Mirage. This is kind of it now for FURIA. Just save the embarrassment with 13-0.
This could be quick.
It very much could be.
Could be looking at a goose egg at the end of the day.
It's not a golden one, and Bit is waiting up on top of Ticket. Punches his way through nothing. In fact, just error punches the whole time. And smoke goes down. It's a little bit of extra cover for Bit to work with. Imma takes out Cello quite swiftly. Kevtron is doing everything he can here for FURIA, but he's now gone in. Back and forth, this time NAVI ahead on players. And the ball knocked down for FURIA, but they've evened out those numbers at 2v2. And the last two remaining NAVI players are actually very low on health. Imma on 46, JL on 11. And it looks good now for FURIA. This surely is their first round.
Oh, Yuri's getting signaled through that box with the USP. It's not doing a whole lot of damage. Tagged twice, down to 86 HP. That's not going to be super efficient. So, NAVI, how do they get back into this? Imma and JL starting to move forward just now.
Oh,
that's one way to do it.
Oh my god, there's time for this as well. Yuri looking to step up and save the disaster of a 13-0 launch. There's the first kill in the seconds quick from Yuri. It is for getting the pistol and at least finding one.
Yeah, that was about pride. That one right there.
Pride is saved.
You aren't going to be winning this map. You are going to be playing in the Resurrection series, but not getting 13 out is a nice win.
That's a positive.
I don't even really know how to spin that, actually.
You did. You found the perfect
one. Did that work?
I think that was the only way you could do it.
With Shadow, you convinced?
Yeah, that's a glass half full kind of guy right there. That's, I thought JL was about to break their hearts with that headshot coming in. But now a chance for FURIA to build something to make the scoreline look a little more respectable. We had a couple of 13-5s throughout today.
What is your cutoff for respectable?
5.
5? Yeah, 5 is the one.
You get less than 5. I mean, let me see.
All right, less than 5, not respectable. 5 and above, respectable.
Yeah, that's like the baseline so far in this event.
You're a very easy grader.
M80 got 5 and against Vitality. On the second map, Sashi got 5 against Mouse. So that's like that's the low level right now.
It's not even half the number. That's so low. For respectable thinker. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Not even that.
They were about to lose 13-0, so anything's better than that. Flash is coming up. Kenserado blinds himself and no one else, so he is now dead. And that has resulted in a kill for Alexi B, but really shouldn't be too much more out of this.
No.
They're into the bomb site, and that's 2 now. They've doubled their scoreline as well.
Oh my god, they're off to the right.
There's so many positives.
They're back.
Yeah, they are back.
12-2, Guns will be coming out in the next round for NAVI. They've got so many rounds to play with.
Map pick's looking good.
I'm really excited for Complexity versus Pro.
Yeah, really good.
That's going to be fun.
Hopefully. Well, that's coming up next.
Yeah, what about? We don't ever do predictions. It's usually just the desk who are resigned to that unenviable fate. So, who you got winning?
Complexity.
Really?
Yeah. I'll go with Complexity. I think the Lee's is now a bit older, you know, that 1 day of extra life is really going to help him. And he's also got a 1.28 rating over the last 2 months, so
he's pretty bad.
He's pretty sick.
That's very cool. Yeah, you have all the upheaval over on Virtus Pro of not really knowing.
Dude, how was the Lee's 27 still? Like, how is he that young?
Dude, the Twist age is what blows my mind. He's what, 23, 24 now, Twist? But he joined Liquid, I think, in like 2017.
24.
Yeah. That's crazy to think about how long he's been competing at the top. He's still there. At least as well, you're right. Plenty of years left in that career.
Maybe more left in this game than we thought. JL got Cello. That smoke is good, but it's working out kind of both ways. It's fallen. Takes JL out of the equation. Kenserado trading. It's very effective trading here from FURIA. They're keeping themselves ahead, keeping their heads above water. Imma, high ticket, swings out to remove Fallen. You have to put the bomb down. It's getting a little more uncomfortable at this point. Emma creating an extra piece of cover. He can now reposition out to the left side of triple. This is a really cool move from Emma. Now bomb plant is in, but will Cancerado get away with his life? He has nowhere to go apart from dropping in behind Firebox. Emma has to be aware of that. Wins the duel against Cancerado, and now it's all down to skulls. The new passer in Furia steps up at least with another round here, and this game keeps on going.
I love that play from Ema. I can't remember the last time I saw him actually attempt to make a play like that. That's really cool. Those are the kind of plays that I think can really help Ema get some of his game back with a little bit more consistency, and I love that. Almost pulls it off. Good push from Skulls. Good job. His performance, solid performance on the Palace throughout this whole round. And once again, Furia just scraped and claw another round into their favor. Up to 3.
Don't worry, Bit. Still pretty far ahead. 2 away from a respectable scoreline.
Imagine that when it's time to get bread, I don't panic, man. When they ask what I do for a living, I just say I'm at paper a bit like the magic man.
Yeah, they're going to get 4. They're going to get 4.
Literally a
Ooh, JL down. I see that. Wow. I haven't seen that in a long time. Bit's got one right there, dude. Oh, CZ.
It's been coming back, I feel. I think I noticed it before the break that some players are bringing it back.
It's like fashion. It comes and goes.
I've always hated it, even when it was good.
I just hate the pull-out time.
Sure.
And so many times you just get caught looking like an idiot when you're trying to pull it out and then reload. It's really negative.
Well, you know, it's important to have a timing down and pull out game.
But it's a minor though, I flex really high. That type of bloke, I like getting
Emma out of that. Wonderful D-goal is cleared out as well. Bit analyzed to be 5 seconds. There's the CZ going, rattling away. Okay, maybe it's back and fashion. Nice to fit. Cancerado coming out, taking him off the top of Tetris. And looks to be, he is so far away from it.
I know, I'm actually disappointed. That got me like leaning forward in my chair, that bit double kill of the season.
Yeah, and then you realize Lexi is on the other side of the map. And doesn't get this kill on Cello. It is 4 rounds for Furia. And now the buy is back. So now we have weapons available again.
They are able to come up with on this defensive stance. So 8 rounds to play with, 8 chances at closing out this series. Sending Furia down to the resurrection bracket. That's cool from Bit for just a moment, but reload is going to seal his death. Off in the hands of Wonderful. Best buy that Navi's had so far on this CT side.
Wonderful. Smoke was up, so you really get a chance to open up that. Okay. Oh, sure. Unlucky for Emma. And Lexi is looking for one of his own back as they're about to charge in towards him. They line up, and that's the bomb. He's calling him to come on over. Get to this B bomb site right now. And it's JL that will be the next to be tested. He does some damage, but he can't get the kill as Fallen stays in the fight. And so do Furia, as now they're up in a 3 versus 2. They're looking to try and leap onto the bomb site for a plant.
Yuri can be an easy cleanup though, so Cancerado and Fallen make sure they don't do anything silly. Yeah, nice nade, blowing open, breaking the smoke.
Wonderful.
If you don't get a kill on this first glance in these next like 5-6 seconds, just time to bail. Save the op.
There's 5.
That's a quick 5. It might have been like 3. But yeah, same result. So up to 5. Okay. Oh, I see. Again, you did it.
The baseline is being completed for Furia. I mean, it does feel like they're actually getting some form on the T side. It actually makes me feel sad for them now they didn't get any rounds on CT side, because there might have been something here for them. There might have been just a little bit of something.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're not wrong in that regard. You've all of a sudden started to put together a T side that's looking like you can do some damage with it. It's just unfortunate you've gave yourself literally 0 runway to work with. And you know, that's the essence of my issue with this 5 as a respectable scoreline.
Yeah.
Because it's not the 5, it's the 0.
Yes.
Anytime you put up 0.5, it can't be a respectable game.
But yeah, that's true. Unless they pull all the way back to 12 in the next half, and then you gotta respect them for sure. But that is a pretty high bar.
All right, well, let's find out. That's what we're all here for.
The Mac 10 for Cello. Is there any speed behind this one for Cello? Yuri's out mid. The rest of the squad at B. Wonderful is committed into lower with his AWP, and he gets away with it. He actually gets away with that kill on Cat Serrato.
Then you have danger behind it. You have MP9 on Alexi.
MP9 versus MAC-10 action. SMG is getting up inside of this B-bomb site, and MAC-10 wins. Deagle comes in. Oh, JL, what a shot on the second. And JL's still going. Finally burned away by Fallen. Burnt to a crisp, and it might just be 5 rounds. All she wrote here for Furia, 2 versus 3 in the post plan. Bit coming back in from short. He's got that MP9 at range, and that AK wins every time. Bit is down, and the numbers now evened out, but Wonderful makes sure that that's short-lived, and it's all on Fallen. The Godfather himself, getting spotted at the back of the site. Half his health gone, and Wonderful will collapse upon him. Navi with a 2-0 victory over Furia to open up the Esports World Cup.
Just once in my Counter-Strike life, I'd like to know what it feels like to be good with the Deagle, because JL just seems to be able to do it whenever he wants. We've now seen it so many times. Just an absolutely brilliant sequence from him, and a wonderful, respectable performance from Navi.
A more than respectable game from Navi this time around. Absolute dominance coming out from them.